I made a healthy soup and got good response, so I'm going to do another one, but a little bit different. This I think is a little healthier, and all of these vegetables, instead of leaving them like this in the soup, I'm going to put them in the my big Cuisinart. And why am I going to do that? Simply to give it a much smoother texture, and hopefully it'll be similar to having a cream sauce. And the ingredients I have on this one are serious healthy items. I'm throwing in one chicken leg only because I want to see a few pieces of little chicken running around in there. Aside from that, and I'm using water plus this quart of fish and crab stock. So that's healthy. You might say, what are you putting fish flavor into this? You know what? When it's all said and done and it tastes good, that's all that counts. It can't hurt, it can only help. So I'm going to grind this up, and I have to toast one item first before everything goes into the larger pot, which is the Kaniwa, not quinoa, Kaniwa. Healthy, has protein. It says to toast it first for better results, so why not? Okay, so you could cook quinoa and this separate. I see no reason. Whatever time it takes for the vegetables to cook, especially when they're ground up, will be enough time for this stuff to cook all together in one pot. So let me just turn the fire up on this. And the only other item that I'm not going to dice up, I want to see something in there. So the healthy collard greens, I'm going to dice up very small, and they're going to be in there. There are a lot of items in this, and every single one of them is good for you. And why is soup good to lose weight? Because it fills you, and with fewer calories. So I'm going to brown this. It's hard to brown this because it looks brown already. So no oil is necessary. When I smell a little nutty flavor on this, then I'm going to stop. As I'm doing this, like I said, this is very dark anyway, this seed. And I'm not, this is a gluten-free recipe. And if you just smell it, smells burnt, then you went too far. So this was a light toasting, and that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to put this right into the chicken leg. I scored a lot, so it cooks fast. And the other grains that I'm using, I mean seeds, are coming. And we have here, this is also a healthy item, we have red ruby jasmine rice. And hopefully I can smell the quinoa, if that's the way I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope the rice gets cooked because this takes a little bit longer, but that's no problem. Kaniwa. It sounds very similar to quinoa. And it's better than quinoa for taste, and it has the same properties. Just Google it and you'll find out. Now I'm going to grind everything up throw it in there, throw the water, the fish stock, and let this boil up. Well, this is how much I pureed it. Notice? And I made sure I put a little tomato, the fresh tomato, in with the vegetables. Make it easier to puree. Well, it looks funny now, like a lot of things do. And when it's done, we'll see. And I'm using, for a little flavor, 5-spice powder. Why? I just want that flavor in there this time. But you can add anything you like. Now, once this cooks, the color will change. Now we're going to add the liquid. Look at that gel. It was gelled a little bit more, but it was sitting out now for a little while. So, that's 1 quart. And I'm going to add just 1 more quart. And this quart is water. Because what's in there is going to give off liquid. I'm not going to put any salt and pepper in now. It does look rather strange, doesn't it? But guess what? I put together a lot of things that look funny until they're done. So now I will just allow this to cook. Nothing's going to burn. You don't have to put the chicken leg in there. If you want, you can put pieces of fish in there and pieces of chicken. Breast, leg, without the bone. Just cut them up in small dices if you want that. That's healthy eating. Protein. And there's protein in here. Plenty of it. All you have to do is look at the recipe, the ingredients, Google them, and see how healthy they are. So that's it, really. This is going to come to a boil. I'm going to let it simmer for about a half hour, and then I'll check it. One item I forgot, the collard greens. So I'm dicing them up now, and I'm adding them. And that's the only thing that's going to be visible in there, except for the seeds you're going to see. The quinoa is going to puff up. So is the Kaniwa. So you'll be able to see them. And I'm curious. I've never done like this before with these ingredients. And the only reason why you're seeing it now is because it worked. Well, it's been about 12 minutes and I have it on a low flame. I didn't want this to boil over on the side, but as you see already, we have a better color. It'll take a little while for this to cook, but I like the way it looks, and that's half the battle. Now, to aid in this cooking here, just so it cooks more evenly, I'm going to cover it. And when I cover it, I'm going to have to lower the flame because the heat now stays in, and I'm sure it's going to boil over. So we'll lower the flame like so. It's been about an hour and a half. It has a nice earthy taste. Pleasant. Nothing bitter. I added water to bring it up to the original level where we started. And this is really like a vegetable and seed stew. Just going to let it cook a little bit longer. And I haven't even seasoned it yet, and it has a nice flavor. think the 5 spice powder had a lot to do with it. The aroma is extremely pleasant. Now I'm going to put some of this sea salt. Got a hold of this one. If you find a more natural one than this, let me know, because I search for the best. And the cayenne pepper. That takes care of that. The chicken I already took out because it's cooked. And I think I'll just eat it the way it is. Oh, I guess I didn't get it all. Isn't that lovely? Mix this up good. Well, the seeds are in there. I see the quinoa, and I guess I'm seeing the other one, the kawani, whatever it's called, and the brown. I mean the red, that red rice. I'm not seeing that like this, but I'm sure I'll see it if I put all of this into a plate and then closely look at it. But this is it. This is just about finished. Full of seeds. Notice they really expand. All the vegetables are pureed. I'm liking this. I'm going to taste it for that for the salt content and pepper. That's good enough. The cayenne pepper is in there, and the salt for me is enough. Other people might want a little bit more. So I have all these great ingredients in here. I'll put it in a bowl, see what it looks like. And I know already this is going to make, because what I made last time was, this is going to make about 10 quarts. And I'm going to have very little of this right now because I already had dinner. You get a better view of it when it's in a soup plate. And like I said, it looks like much better now than it did when everything was in the pot. Has a beautiful color, and it's healthy. This will fill you up, and of course there's no carbs in here, gluten-free. What could be better? Hope you enjoy it.